Hello, everyone.
Hi,
It is Thursday night, and hello, Vivienne. How are you?
hi, I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, it's lovely to see you. And oh, you're looking very gorgeous. And I
Oh, thank you.
noticed.
And you?
Oh, thank you. So, yeah, I can't believe it's Thursday night again. The time is just clicking by, isn't it, at the moment? But it is lovely to see you. Have you had a good week?
Yes, yeah, it's been very hot. And
Yeah.
I miss the good weather, unfortunately, because I've been working sort of the last 2 or 3 days. So yeah, but I'm working on the house, but never mind.
Oh, well, hopefully you catch up that good weather soon. So,
Yeah.
okay, so first of all, I'm noticing that you've got a crown there and a sash on. Can you tell me a little bit about this?
Yes. So in 2020, I was taking part in Lady Star Universe, which is a pageant held in Portugal. And unfortunately, because of COVID, it was postponed 2 or 3 times and I wasn't able to go. And I am delighted to have been asked to go back. Unfortunately, I can't do this year because it's sort of in the next couple of weeks. But I'm going back next year for the finals in June. So I'm really
Oh,
looking forward to that.
oh, how excited. I bet you're really very excited about that, aren't you?
I am really excited because it's an amazing pageant system. And it was disappointing not to be able to go. I'm also probably going with Caroline Martin, who's representing Portugal. So, sorry, not Portugal, Poland even.
Amazing.
Getting my peas mixed up. Yeah, so she was also competing last year as Poland, and she may decide to go back next year as well. So that would be really nice to be able to compete together.
Oh, and that's what it's all about,
Yeah,
isn't it? It's about making
yeah,
those friendships and traveling over together and everything. So,
yeah.
so going on with that. So obviously, I mean, since I've been on the pageant scene, I've seen you around a lot and doing different things. Tell me a little bit about your pageant history.
Well, I was a late comer, I suppose. I did a few in my younger days, Carnival Queen and Lovely Legs and Butlins Holiday Princess and that type of thing. Nothing big though, and I won heats at Butlins and things like that. But my mum and myself used to go, and we had a great time. And about 6 years ago, I wanted to do something with her that we both enjoyed, brought back happy memories, and we could make more memories together. And I saw an advert for Miss Over 50 and Fabulous, which was in Milton Keynes, in my local area, run by a really amazing lady called Patsy White. And I won it, which I was like, wow, that's amazing. And I met my wonderful best friend Tracy Cook there, and we've been best friends ever since. And I got the pageant bug, as we all seem to do that enter the first one. We carry on and carry on. And yeah, so I've been quite lucky. I won Miss Over 50 and Fabulous at the age of 54. Met and made great friends, obviously, also at that time with Lynn Bennett and Caroline Martin, who are both also classic queens. And it carried on from there. My next title was Crown and Glory World, and I went into the Miss UK World finals, which Kirsty Fletcher won. And that was just a really amazing experience, and obviously met more people, which was fabulous. And then I won Miss Classic British Empire. Excuse me. And that was run by Joliana Melody Davis, who is an amazing director and wonderful friend. Yeah, then I went on and did Miss Classic United Kingdom, and I was runner-up twice in that, first runner-up, and obviously not in the same year, in different years. And then I won Class C Miss Pure International United Kingdom and went to take part in the internationals in Florida in 2019. So that's my history. And then obviously it was Lady Star Universe and most recently Miss Diamond UK.
Oh wow, what an amazing pageant history. So I could literally talk to you all night about this. That is so good. But how many achievements though, and what a lovely time you must have had at all these. So going back to Diamond, which you competed in a couple of weeks ago, you did fantastic at that. I was watching you via my phone. How was that? Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, Diamond has just been the most amazing experience, a wonderful pageant system. I'd really recommend it to anybody that, you know, wanted to take part, feel really special, part of a family. The directors, Tina and Danny, obviously just fabulously supportive. So yeah, I worked really, really hard, and I put all my effort into it, did my best, and obviously delighted to get first runner up. I'm not ruling out going back to Diamond, but Lady Star Universe is a little bit less intense for me. So, and obviously having committed to it previously, I just wanted to complete that commitment and finish what I'd started with this one. But yeah, I mean, Diamond was just incredible. You know, I just can't fault it, really. Everything was wonderful. And yeah, anybody that wants to do an amazing pageant, absolutely recommend Diamond.
Oh, that's lovely. I'll tell you what, it did look amazing. I know I was watching from home, but because unfortunately I couldn't make it, but it did look absolutely incredible. Yeah. I was very sad I wasn't there, but I did enjoy watching it, and nearly throwing my phone in the air about 5 times because I was screaming at so many people that I love. Yeah. So it was fabulous. So going on to the next question, could you tell us a little bit about your platform?
Yeah, my platform has been Alzheimer's charities and dementia charities for about the last 5 years. And that stems from my mum falling ill. She was an elderly lady, obviously. We'd had lots of fun going to several pageants together. And then unfortunately in November 2016, she had a mild heart attack. She'd already been suffering from a series of infections. And when you get older, they affect your mind and give you the appearance of Alzheimer's or dementia. And seeing how that affected her so badly when she had the heart attack and the infection at the same time, it really was, you know, a struggle for her to recover from that. She'd always been a fighter. And she never ever given in her life. All the struggles that she'd had, all the pain and suffering that she'd gone through. She had many health issues. Always a smile on her face, but this time it did take longer for her to recover. And seeing the effects of that and seeing what Alzheimer's looked like, to me was devastating. But I had the hope then, obviously, that she would come back to me, because it was just the infection giving her those symptoms. She carried on having infections, and I got used to, I could recognize, and it was controlled basically with medication and antibiotics. But eventually, unfortunately, in 2019, they did say that it was likely she had vascular dementia, which comes under that umbrella of Alzheimer's, dementia, illnesses. So, yeah, I just think it's such a terrible illness. I saw others, every time she went into hospital, I saw how it affected other people. besides my mother, we have a relative on my husband's side who has Alzheimer's, and he doesn't even recognise his own children anymore. I was lucky with my mum that she always knew who I was, and she always knew who my children and my husband were. So we were very blessed in that respect. But it's a dreadful, dreadful illness, and it's my passion to try and do as much as I can to raise funds into research and to obviously support those who need it, who are going through it. Because, I mean, I think it's something like £90 per person that's suffering with it goes on research, but actually it costs the NHS something like £300,000 a year per person to actually, you know, treat them. So it's very the funding for it is very, very low compared to other things. And, you know, hopefully every little helps, as they say, whatever fundraising we can do and however I can help. You know, I'll just be glad to do anything, really.
Yeah, that's really, really lovely that the platform means so much to you. You can tell it comes from the heart, and you're just really, you're so lovely because you're doing so much for the research and everything like that, and I applaud you for that. That's really, really lovely thing to do.
Thank you.
So tell me about your life as a carer then.
Yeah, I mean, I was really close with my mum. We had the closest mother-daughter bond I think you could ever have. I try not to get emotional now. So it was never an issue for me to be there for her and care for her. And I always wanted her to feel that nothing had changed, that, you know, she was still as important and loved as she ever was. So I was lucky again that, you know, she lived very near me, and in sheltered accommodation. So I was lucky last year, obviously, as her carer, along with a care team, I could see her every day, continue to see her every day. And thank God for that, because I don't think she would have survived, you know, not seeing me. But yeah, it's hard. It's really hard. The hardest thing I've ever done, and I did everything for my mum, and it was never an issue. Physically, you can cope with it, but mentally, people who are carers, it's very, very hard. And you neglect yourself a lot of the time because all of your efforts and your energy and your love is going to that person that, you know, needs it the most. Yeah, I mean, I was just always so glad that I was there to do for her what I could, give her all the love I could, and my family gave her all the love that they could, and just make her feel as special as she ever was in our lives, you know. And unfortunately, she passed away in January, but she was very, very frail. And, you know, however much you want to save them, however old they are, you still desperately want to save them. But there comes a time when you realise, you know, that it is time to let them go, that, you know, they have suffered enough. But caring, you know, anybody that is a carer, I would say, please don't neglect yourself. I did it as well. You know, I went, I remember I had CIN3 in my 30s, cervical cancer, just before it turned. And so obviously I have to make sure I have regular smear tests. And I do remember thinking, oh my God, I've gone at least a year over having my regular tests, because it was just getting that time and that energy to go to the doctor and get it done, because all of my energy went on looking after my mum. And that was a big worry for me. And I was like, oh my God, you know, and eventually I went, and thank God it was, you know, clear. But anybody that's a carer, try and make time for yourself, try and look after yourself, because at the end of the day, if you can't look after yourself and you're not healthy, you can't look after them either. But carers I salute everyone everywhere who is a carer. Really, I do.
Yeah, definitely. And that's a very important point to make, because people forget, you know, when you are a carer, how draining it is on yourself. And like you said, you must obviously take care of yourself as well, you know. So going on to the next question. So why is self-belief so important to you?
I think surely self-belief has got to be the main thing. Without belief in yourself, can we do anything? Yeah, I mean, we all have self-doubt. I have self-doubt. But I just want everyone to really believe in the power of themselves and their own talents and their own uniqueness. We are only one of us in this world. You know, we're totally unique. So whatever talent you have, you know, really harness that and believe in yourself, because without that self-belief, we can't do anything. You know, it's not there.
That's it. And it's so important to be yourself, isn't it? I think that's the most important point you can make. And you are such an absolute angel, and you know, you're such an inspiration as well, because you've been through so much. And I can, you know, you've been through so much, and here you are, you're doing all the work for the Alzheimer's. You've got your platform, and you know, you just carry on, and it's just you're such an inspiration. You're such a strong woman, and you are yourself, and you're just a lovely lady. So going to that though, because you did sort of hint at me earlier on, I know it's a bit of a secret, but with everything, you told me you've got a few exciting projects coming up.
Yeah, so I always think, oh my God, I'm doing too much, I need a rest, I'm going to step back, and then all of a sudden the little cogs start going round in my head, and I'm like, oh, this might be a good idea, and maybe I could do this and that and the other. So yeah, I have got a few things planned, which I'm working on at the moment, and I'm hoping I will be able to announce end of September and have a proper launch at the end of October. So yeah, watch this space.
It's exciting.
Yeah, my little brain keeps going round and coming up with these ideas, and then it's like I can't sleep, and it's no.
Oh,
here I go again.
But that's the thing, you're so good at doing these things. I mean, in lockdown, I must admit, you brought a lot of light into the pageant community, because obviously the virtual world, it was a Miss Virtual World, a Miss Virtual Universe, and was it a Miss Virtual UK? It was Virtual UK World and Universe, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But tell us a bit about that, because that was so much fun in lockdown. That really did bring a light onto the pageant community.
I don't know, just this little idea. I knew people had done online competitions, but mainly sending in photos. And I just had this little idea of why don't we do videos as if we're on stage, which will give people the opportunity to get dressed up and have a little bit of excitement in all that doom and gloom we were going through, and give people a nice title, you know, something that sounds good. So Miss Virtual UK. So that was the first one, and it was amazing that you know, I had so many people coming forward to offer to help with that. So it was a great teamwork. Zoe Thomas Hill, she did all the graphic design and everything, which was fabulous. And Tina DeBear, she offered to sponsor the crowns and sashes and dress vouchers for the winners. And my friend Cholpon from Boutique Cholpon, she sponsored the earrings for the first pageant, or jewellery for the first one. So yeah, and I made bags. I made my tote bags, personalised tote bags for the winners. So yeah, it was just something to try and give people an opportunity to get dressed up, because obviously we weren't going anywhere during lockdown at all. And so it was just a little idea that came to fruition. And yeah, and I must mention Jasmine Foley, because she did the video editing for the first one as well. So yeah, we had some great people coming together and all volunteering, and it was fabulous. Yeah, I mean, and then obviously it led into another one, and lots of people obviously all joined in. We had lots of virtual competitions then, which was amazing because it did keep people going, I think, to know that they've got something to look forward to, and they could do, until live pageants came back again. And obviously we raised money for Alzheimer's as well. I can't remember the exact figures, but the first one we charged an entry fee of £10. We wanted to keep it low. And then we also decided that we would donate some of it to charity, but also hold back some as prizes for anybody who might be suffering because of COVID, they're on furlough, or they've lost their job or whatever. We did it that way and sort of split it. I think it was 60-40, 60% to the charity and 40% as prize money to the winners. But yeah, it was good fun, hard work, but good fun.
It was brilliant, Vivienne.
Yeah, it just so bring a bit of, fun to people's lives.
Yeah, that's great. You had me walking through a supermarket in a ball gown.
I know, and that was brilliant. I think you started a trend. I think you definitely started a trend.
Yeah. Oh, it was brilliant. I can't remember what it was, but I said, I walked through a supermarket today. Has anyone do the pageant walk in a supermarket? Because a Little Mix song was on or something.
Yeah, I think
and then you're like, well, why don't you do that for your fashion wear round? Yeah. And I was like, yeah, right then, let's go. But it was fab. It was brilliant. So speaking of which, these projects that you do, let's talk a little bit about the Bonds calendar you've got going at the moment, because that is great.
So, this is really exciting. So obviously, I've done charity calendars before. The first one was Golden Age of Glamour, also trying to empower older women. So the first calendar was for women over 45 to recreate iconic images of film stars like Elizabeth Taylor, Marilyn Monroe, etc. The second one was Classic Supers, again for the over 45s. And obviously I was Jerry Hall. We had Kirsty Fletcher, Cindy Crawford. So some great ladies taking part. And we've raised about, bear with me, my battery is running low.
That's okay.
I forgot to plug it in.
That's what I love about lives. It's absolutely fine. You plug it in, Vivienne.
I've got to find the hole now.
Oh, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, you're back.
Sorry about that.
That's fabulous.
But yeah, so that was the second one. I think we raised about £2,000 altogether with both of those calendars for Alzheimer's Research and Alzheimer's Society. Sorry. And then last year I did the lockdown calendar, but we didn't really make anything with that. So this one, I've opened it up to 18 years and over, not just women over 45. And I just had this idea, what about Bond? What about Bond? And everyone is just really sort of excited, and we've had some amazing entries. And it closes tomorrow. So the £5 entry fee went to Samaritans, and the total for that's just gone up to £300. But the actual sale, the profits from the sale of the calendar will go to Alzheimer's Research. So, that's really exciting, because we've got to see who's got most likes on the picture for the top 4. They will get an automatic place in the calendar, and then the remaining 8 will be judged by judges. And I'm hoping to do an announcement for that a week on Sunday, which will be the 19th. or maybe Monday the 20th, but I will put that out for everybody. And then obviously there'll be a shoot with Ryan Cabin from Pageantland Studios. So
that sounds amazing. So girls, get your entries in.
Pageant House Studios.
That's the one. But yeah, so ladies, get your entries in. Where can everybody find this? So if they want to enter the Bond competition,
the Bond calendar is on Facebook. It's a Facebook group, so they're probably better off to if they can't find it. It's Pageant Girls Do Bond charity calendar. It's the Facebook group. Yeah. And it's public, so you should be able to find it. If not, anybody can just message me, and I'll sort that out for them.
Oh, I'm excited.
Tomorrow, so time's running out if you want to be in the Bond calendar.
That's it. Oh, it's a fabulous way to raise money. This is what I mean. You always come up with these beautiful ideas. I absolutely love it. It's fabulous. But thank you so much for coming on tonight and chatting to us. It's been an absolute pleasure. It really is just lovely to see you.
Thank you so much for having me.
There's a few comments. Yeah, and you. Debbie put earlier, hi ladies, loving the classic revival. I like that. And you've got lots of hellos and hey girls, but unfortunately it doesn't show who it's from. So I'll have to have a look at that later. so yeah, so it's been brilliant to chat to you. So next week we've got a lovely lady coming on to Pageantland. I'll just get her up now. We've got Miss Universe Great Britain finalist Ella Baker Roberts on Queen's Table next week. And just remember, while you're watching, if you are interested in doing a blog, you could be a contestant, finalist, queens. If you want to be featured on the blog, please go to www.pageantland.online/blog. So thank you so much again, and I will see everybody next Thursday. Bye-bye.